Folks, are you ready for college football playoffs? Well, no doubt, here we have it. It's the Tide and the Wolverines to see who will play for a national championship, which will be in Houston, Texas next Monday night. But for now, you got the semifinals in Pasadena, California. And then tonight you got the other semifinal game in New Orleans, Louisiana. And so we are about to get the coin toss as the captains have made their way to midfield. So here we go. Our referee for tonight's game is Mike Vandervelde from the Big 12. And so he is conducting the coin toss ceremony. So right now they got the Rose Bowl Grand Marshal. So here we go. Here is the coin. All right. So here we go. Here's the coin toss. So I believe Alabama has won the toss, and I believe they have deferred to the second half. All right. Also, a little tidbit, it just said Nick Saban. Alabama is 6-1 in the college football playoff semifinals. Of course, their only time losing in the semifinals was the inaugural college football playoff when they lost to Ohio State, the eventual national champion. So Alabama has played for 6 college football playoff national championship games. Crazy to think about. And of course, as previously noted, Michigan has not won a game in the college football playoff yet. So here we have a great matchup. What a season this has been, and why not just finish the season with Alabama, Michigan, Texas, Washington, and then the national championship that will be amazing. And I mean, you talk about the last year, the 14 playoff. Well, there were 6 teams that legitimately could have played, but you got these 4 in here. Georgia and Florida State already played Saturday as part of the Orange Bowl, which was not a part of the playoff, and everybody who keeps up knows what happened with that. So we're not going to rehash that, but we are going to talk about this game as Will Reichard will kick that ball away to Michigan as the Wolverines will begin with the football at about the 25-yard line. So it is J.J. McCarthy in this Michigan offense. And you look at completion percentage this season, J.J. McCarthy's only second to Bo Nix. Bo Nix, 77%. And this year for J.J. McCarthy, 74%. So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. McCarthy, he's got his running back, that's Corum, to his left. He sends a man in motion. That is A.J. Barner, he's sent in motion. Here's McCarthy looking to throw. McCarthy rolling, nowhere to go with it. Intercepted! Alabama has picked it off. Oh my goodness, the first play of the game, Alabama has picked off J.J. McCarthy, and that is the defensive player number 2 on that defense. That's Caleb Downs, the freshman. What a play. And this is just a bad offensive play by J.J. McCarthy. Just trying to extend the play, and he just throws it right to Caleb Downs. Like, he doesn't even account for Caleb Downs being right there. Caleb Downs, he's even in bounds. This is a clean interception. Alabama's going to have the football in scoring position at the beginning of this game. And they deferred to the second half, folks, and they are reviewing the interception. So, okay, they're reviewing to see because he apparently was the out of bounds player, but can he? So let's see. This is interesting. Downs, he's in bounds. Oh, did he? Oh, that's close. Okay. So what they're looking for is did he step out of bounds? If he did, then there would be no interception. But if they say he did not touch out of bounds, then that is an interception for the Tide. So here we go. Okay, so they have reversed the call. The call has been reversed. Michigan can breathe a sigh of relief right there. No interception for McCarthy. Just a bad pass, though. I don't understand if you're McCarthy. Why are you. I don't understand why you're rolling to your right and then you just throw it like that. That was a very dangerous pass. Had Caleb Downs been in bounds, that would have been a clear interception. And so, that is a very dangerous play, and that's just something you got to avoid if you're the quarterback for Michigan. So here is McCarthy going to throw it out wide and picking up a few yards right there, but nothing much going. That is Samaj Morgan. He's the freshman. And so some impact players is Blake Corbin, Colston Loveland on the offensive side for Michigan. And then Deontay Lawson and Dallas Turner for Alabama. The linebackers are going to be big in tonight's game. As I don't know why my camera went away. Kind of confusing as to why it did that. As I will get y'all fixed here in just a second. But either way, here we go. McCarthy looking to pass. Throwing. That's incomplete. 4th and 8. As Alabama's defense steps up and is playing just a great football game. And it went to... There we go. So Alabama, their defense comes out ferociously against this Michigan offense, and it's going to be 4th and 8, and really just a bad beginning to the game if you're Michigan. Not the way you want to start the game. So Tommy Doman is out to punt. Caleb Downs is the returner. There is the punt from Doman, and nice punt, and Caleb Downs will call for a fair catch. And so Alabama will start at about the 38-39-ish range. As here comes Jalen Milroe and the Alabama offense. In this season for Jalen Milroe, 91 QBR. That's 3rd in the FBS in span. So first down for Alabama, 13:56 to go in the first quarter. Milroe's got his running back to his right. That is Roydell Williams. He's going to fake the handoff to Williams, getting pressured, and he's going down for the sack. And a great defensive play right there by Michigan here early, as that offensive line of Alabama did not give Milroe any time. They gave him time, I would say that. But it was just a breakdown on the right side here as Caden Proctor, he just misses an assignment right there. So 2nd and 23 for Alabama. Milroe's got his running back, sends it in motion. That is Williams. Milroe looking to pass, going to throw it out wide. That is for his tight end. That is C.J. Dupree with the catch. So it's going to be 3rd and long to go for Alabama on this opening drive. Some impact players on the offensive side of the ball for Alabama is Jace McClellan and Jermaine Burton. And on the defensive side for Michigan, it's Mason Graham and Will Johnson. So those are some impact players for today's game at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. Clock continues to move, 12:50 to go. Milroe's got his running back to his right. He will now walk up to his offensive line and call out some signals to his teammates. Milroe, 3rd and 12, takes a snap. Looking, a lot of pressure. He has to escape. He's going down again. And that Wolverine defense is playing a great job here at the beginning of the game. That's Stewart with the sack. 4th down for Alabama. They are going behind the line of scrimmage. As Michigan has 2 total yards, and Alabama is just getting in the negatives right here, folks. Not a good start for Alabama. 4th and 23. And James Burnap is out to punt for Alabama. There is the punt, and that one will be sent back. And a muffed punt! And who's going to have it? It was muffed. Alabama says they have it. It's Alabama football, folks. And for Alabama, after that bad starting possession, it is muffed. What a muff. That is a big thing. Samaj Morgan muffs the punt, and Alabama's got the football. And they're at the beginning. Their offense, they looked rough. Alabama's offense looked rough just seconds ago. That is a big play. That has got to give a lot of confidence to this Alabama offense, to be honest with you. Just a lot of confidence. So starting at about the 44-yard line, on their own side of the field, it's Alabama. Got a running back behind him. He will hand it off, and that is Jace McClellan. He will get up for a few yards right there. Nice run for Alabama. And he went straight up the gut, and he found a lane. That's 6 yards, 2nd and 4 for Alabama. And very interesting start to this game so far, folks. 2nd and 4. Clock continues to move. 11.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Milroe sends a couple men in motion. He's got his running back behind him. He takes the snap and fakes the handoff. Milroe going to take off himself. And he's running for that first down line. I think he got it. I think he's got the first down. We will see what the refs are going to say. But I think he's got the first down. But we see what Michigan's trying to do on this defensive side of the ball. They are trying to put pressure on Milroe all game long. So it's going to be up to Milroe to stay poised and keep his composure in this game. And there is an injured Wolverine out there. And so the game is going to take a break. 10:56 to go in the first quarter. Alabama is on the move, and very interesting start, folks. I mean, the muff punt, that you can't have if you're Michigan. You just cannot have the muffed punt. That is just a killer when it comes to trying to somehow find a way to win the game. So that is definitely a killer in every sense of the word. And then for Alabama, I mean, I got to say, your offense didn't look good on that first possession. You get the muff punt, and now you're looking for a chance to get on the board. I mean, scoring in this game is a big deal. And so Alabama getting the strike first, and they get the ball to begin the second half. if that's what happens, that could be really huge for this game here today. So, very interesting start indeed. As sometimes in some games you can if you watch the first few minutes of the game, you can see the way that the game's going to go. It doesn't happen all the time. It's just one of those sometimes you can see it. If this is true for how this game's going to go, this is going to be a fun game to watch. So, of course, we are waiting for the national broadcast to come back because they have to take 50 million commercials and fit them all into the college football playoff. So, but we are finally here, folks. This is the fun time, that is for sure. As Meowth has made a appearance. Hey, buddy. Yep, here's Meowth. He's come back. He's wanted to say hello to all you here watching tonight's stream. He's funny. Either way, here we go. 10:56 to go in the first quarter. Alabama. Let's see what they do here. So it's 3rd and 1. So they said that he was short. So he was out of bounds. He didn't extend the ball at all. So I mean, it makes sense. 10:56 to go here in this first quarter. 3rd and 1. And we're still waiting on what is going on down there on the field. It's a play as Alabama staff is talking to the offense right now. And so here we go. So let's see what Alabama does in this 3rd and 1. It's going to be interesting. You got a lot of stuff you could probably pull up whenever you're looking at the playbook. They're on the right hash. So Alabama converts on 83% of 3rd and 3 or shorter, which is best in the FBS, and the FBS average is 60%. So here we go. Milroe under center. It's a quarterback sneak, and I don't know if he got it. He did not get much, and we will see, did he get it? Just not a lot of strength to get that first down, I don't think. So they gave him first down. Interesting. I didn't think they got it. That was close. Folks, that was very close. And so at 10 minutes to go, here is Alabama's offense here in this first quarter. At about the 34-yard line. They got the first down. He's got 2 men in the backfield with him. Here's the snap. It is dropped on the ground a little bit, but here's McClellan getting to the outside. He's gone. Touchdown, Alabama. The Crimson Tide have scored first in Pasadena in the Rose Bowl. What a score. It's just Jase McClellan, 34 yards, and Alabama strikes first here in the college football playoff. And this is just bad defense. Milroe dropped the snap. McClellan, he's got one man to beat after he gets past the initial line of scrimmage, and he's gone. Touchdown, Alabama. And what a play for Jase McClellan. That's a 4-play, 44-yard drive, 2 minutes, 11 seconds. And what a drive for Alabama. It all started with a muffed punt, and there is Alabama getting on the board. As here is the extra point. It is up, and it is good. The Tide, they are the first to score tonight here in the Rose Bowl. And it's Jase McClellan running it in after the Samaj Morgan muff. And McClellan puts a move on Sanders Steele as he goes to the house. Touchdown, Alabama. Oh, and man, what a game so far. I got to say, What a play, like I just said. And Alabama, after that bad first possession, I like the way Alabama's came out on that second possession. So it's going to be interesting to see, can they continue? But Alabama, the I like this is kind of what I thought though, is that both quarterbacks don't want to be subjected to trying to throw the ball. And so run game going to be the big thing if they could run the ball, which I was wondering who's going to be able to run the ball better. And really Alabama's done a good job with the run game since they got the after the muffed punt. Now, I will say this, Michigan, I'm kind of shocked about their approach on offense because they're trying to make McCarthy sit back and throw the ball, which I think Alabama is actually ready for that for some reason, whereas they're not running it as much as what I thought they would. I thought they would have began the series, their first series, with a run play. So it's a little different than what I thought they were going to do. But we'll see what they do on this drive. Of course, they're going to get the football back. They need to do something on offense because right now, Alabama's got all the momentum right now. Like, literally, all the momentum is on Alabama's side right now. Michigan, this has just been indicative of how they've done in the playoffs to this point. I mean, they got beat down by Georgia 2 years ago. Last year, getting upset by TCU. They need to find some way to change the narrative. So, going to be very interesting indeed. As the national broadcast is coming back. So, right now they are showing clips from the Rose Parade, the 135th. Alabama second all time with 965 wins. They've got 4 Heisman winners, Mark Ingram, Derrick Henry, Bryce Young, and Devontae Smith. 16 national championships for Alabama. And then Michigan has won the most games all time with 1,002. They got 3 Heisman, Tom Harmon, Charles Woodson, and Desmond Howard. And they've won 9 national championships at Michigan. So, here we go. Reichard will send that away. That one will go for a touchback. As here will be Michigan. What can they do? That was not a great start for them at all. So, Michigan in the last 3 CFP first halves, they've been outscored 55-9. So, not great stuff right there if you are Michigan. And it's just been it's the same old, as they try to change the narrative right here. 9:41 to go in the first quarter. J.J. McCarthy all alone in the backfield. They are sticking to the pass tonight. As here comes Corum motioning back in to the right of McCarthy. Another man in motion, that's Samaj Morgan. As here's a handoff for Corum, looking for the outside, and he will get 5 or 6 yards right there. Good run for Blake Corum as he found the outside, and he noticed that there's just no Alabama defenders in that area, so he found the lane and, got about 5 or 6. So, Michigan has been leading or tied in 97% of minutes this season. So, a little bit of different territory if you're Michigan so far in this game. 2nd and 4 for Michigan. McCarthy going to pitch it back to Corum. Corum's going to get the outside, and he's got some room to run as he's at about the 48-yard line after that run. It's a first down for the Michigan Wolverines. And again, Alabama's defense, I see, is just, they weren't ready for another pitch to Corum, and he just broke it free, and just a nice run if you're Blake Corum. And he just found a lane. 1st and 10 for Michigan. Corum is behind McCarthy. It's a fake to Corum, and the ball is batted down. McCarthy, he has it batted down, and so it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Michigan Wolverines. And McCarthy was trying to get it to his tight end. He's trying to get to A.J. Barner, but good defense right there by Deontay Lawson of Alabama. 2nd and 10 from the 48. McCarthy sends a man in motion. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff, now throwing it out, and that'll go for about a yard. And that right there is Colston Loveland with the catch. It's going to be 3rd down for the Wolverines. 3rd and 8. So now, it's going to be very interesting to see what Michigan's going to draw up here on 3rd and 8. They haven't had a lot of success throwing the ball yet so far in this game. So it's going to be very interesting. McCarthy's all alone in the backfield. Sends a man in motion. McCarthy, design run. He's going to take off, and I think he's short. And now they're going to look. I think they're going to have to look at this. I think he's short. Michigan, okay, it's 4th and 1, and it looks like Michigan's going to keep the offense out there, and they are going to go for it on 4th down. This is a big move right here early in the game. 4th and 1 for Michigan. They are looking at it as like this. They need to score in order to keep up with Alabama. So let's see if they can get it. 4th and 1. McCarthy has a man in motion. He takes a snap, and it is Blake Corum getting the 1st down for the Wolverines. And he just runs right up the middle, and that Alabama defense did not have a lot of chance to actually do anything, and Corum just finds that nice hole and finds the way to get the 1st down. Nice carry by Blake Corum. Nice handoff by J.J. McCarthy. Simple play and good offensive line movement of that defensive line. Great stuff from Michigan, as it is going to be 1st and 10 for the Michigan Wolverines. Here is another handoff to Corum, and he will get maybe 3 right there. 2 or 3 yards right there for the Michigan running back. So, 2nd and 8. Corum coming out of the game. I like here on this drive, I've thought that the Michigan offensive line here on this drive has done a really good job of holding firm so far and giving Corum enough time to find the lanes to run on this drive. So here's McCarthy, fakes the handoff. McCarthy pressured. He's having to get out of the pocket. Now throwing, that's caught! Down the field. A great throw by McCarthy, and just a great catch by Khalil Mullings for the Michigan Wolverines, the running back. And McCarthy got pressured, gets out of the pocket, and he sees Mullings wide open, throws it to him. Maybe a little late, because had he thrown it a little sooner, there could have been the possibility of a big catch and run for Mullings. But here we go. Here's the handoff. Here's Samaj Morgan getting to the outside, and he'll be stopped after a gain of about 6 yards for the Wolverines. So right now it is 2nd down, and Michigan is driving. So 2nd and 4. This is a 9-play, 67-yard drive. That's eclipsed 5 minutes. So Alabama's defense has been out there for a little bit right now. Alabama's defense is going to look to try to get off the field, but it is 2nd and 4. McCarthy looking, throwing, caught, touchdown, Blake Corum, and Michigan has responded. The Michigan Wolverines is an 8-yard touchdown for Blake Corum, and Michigan has responded. After Alabama's 34-yard touchdown, it is Blake Corum. And it's been two different type of games that we've been seeing so far offensively. Michigan has been more willing to go to the air in this game, whereas Milroe in the Alabama offense has not really gone to the air very much so far in this game. As here's the extra point. It is up. It is good. It is tied at 7 here in the Rose Bowl. And Blake Corum, he catches a touchdown from his quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. What a game so far. It is the college football playoff, and I got to tell you, great game is what we have here. 7-all in Pasadena. So, very interesting stuff here so far in this game. Of course, if you're just joining us, we are in the final stages of the first quarter. About 4 minutes, I would say, to go. So, if you would like to, if you aren't yet, please subscribe to the channel. We have a goal of 120 subscribers by the end of the year. So, if that is something you would like to do, is just subscribe, then you have the opportunity right now to subscribe to the channel. So, of course, we've been doing a lot of college football stuff this season, and we finally got to the college football playoff, which is the most fun time of the year. And Alabama and Michigan in a really fun game here so far. We are tied at 7. To give you a little recap of our touchdowns, of our scoring plays so far, Jace McClellan, the Alabama running back, ran it in from 34 yards out for the Alabama touchdown. And then just then, as you heard me say, Blake Corum, 8-yard receiving touchdown from J.J. McCarthy. And that is how we are here at 7-7 apiece. So, fun game so far. Of course, we have a lot of game left. Of course, our stream is just getting started. This is quarter 1 of 8 for us here on this channel. Because the reason why I say 8 is because we're also doing Washington, Texas later tonight. So, gonna be exciting indeed. Oh, goodness. Had to yawn there for a second. So we got a long commercial break going on at this moment. So here we go. Just a great offensive drive for Michigan right here. Did a great job, and Alabama just had there's just no one there to account for Blake Corum, and this defense didn't even think about Corum. Just a bad sequence for that Alabama defense, and that is Blake Corum's first receiving touchdown this season. 25th total touchdown, which leads the FBS. As here's the kickoff. And that one will go for a touchback. As it'll be Alabama football from about the 25-yard line. And here we go. Jalen Milroe is coming back out for that Alabama offense. He is the starting quarterback. And so okay, the game's going to commercial break. And we are going to take it with them. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, welcome back to the College Football Playoff right here on Saber Broadcast Network. I'm Cooper Naylor. So glad that you could join us here today. We are tied at 7 apiece in Pasadena, California, and Alabama's offense will come out in just a minute. So, comment below what you've thought so far about the game. Of course, it's been a very interesting one, that is for sure. Alabama struck first, and then Michigan just scored a touchdown. So comment below what you've thought about the game so far and what you want to see from either side throughout the rest of this game. And, of course, I will try to respond to your comments in the chat. So we are excited for this game. Man, I cannot do anything else but yawn, folks. So, Colton Naylor is saying it is pretty even so far. Yeah, I would agree. Pretty even game. This is like most people thought, it was going to be the better game. So, it is living up to be possibly a really fun Rose Bowl matchup. One that we will remember forever. So, of course, 2023 Iron Bowl winning drive for Jalen Milroe was not a fun drive for those Alabama fans. And, of course, 4th and forever, and Milroe throws it to Isaiah Bond. That kept the Alabama season alive, beating Auburn. And now, look at where Alabama's at. They are in the college football playoff. So here we go. Jalen Milroe is out there at quarterback. He will hand it off to Roydell Williams, who has stuffed the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go for Alabama. And good defense right there by Michigan. Michigan stuffed the inside. And so now you got 2nd and 11 for Alabama. Going to be very interesting to see what they are going to do on this play. They've got Milroe, sends a couple men in motion. He's now going to be all by himself in the backfield. Kendrick Law was in the running back position a second ago. But here's a throw and nowhere to be found. He was looking for Kendrick Law, but nothing there. Kendrick Law didn't even look back for the football. Now it's 3rd and 11, and just a bad play if you are Alabama. Kendrick Law didn't even look back for the ball. And it's a miscommunication, as Milroe thought that he would turn around and look for the ball, and Law was just trying to cut up field. But here we go, 3rd and 11 for the Alabama Crimson Tide, running back to the right of Milroe. Here is Milroe looking to throw, and he's going to step up from the pressure. He's going to take off and run. Milroe slips, and he's about 2 yards short, and now it's going to be interesting as Alabama will have to punt here. And that was a disappointing drive for this Alabama team. And Milroe loses his footing, and it's now 4th and 3. Okay, 4th and 3 for the Tide as it's James Burnip back to punt. Samaj Morgan back to receive. Of course, he muffed his first attempt at it. So here's Burnip. And, they may possibly get a flag for running into the kicker. Haven't had nothing yet. Samaj Morgan with the fair catch, and they're not going to call anything as Burnip is down. And that was a nasty hit. I'm shocked there was no call. And Burnip didn't even have time to land on the ground here as the Michigan defender runs right into him. That has got to be running into the kicker. I don't understand how these refs missed that. And that's Bennett running right into the leg of Burnham as he is coming down after punting that ball away. And Burnham is coming off gingerly. That is got to be an egregious miss right there. How is that not called for running into the kicker, folks? I don't understand, and I don't understand it. That is just a bad miss. But either way, it's Michigan football from about the 19-yard line, and should be Alabama ball, to be honest with you. Here we go. Here is the carry by Blake Corum, and he is going to get stuffed after a gain of about 4 yards for the Wolverines. And 2nd and 6 coming up for Michigan, as this offense looked really good on that last drive. So Alabama's got to stop them here, as that's what they are looking to do. Michigan trying to get up the field and score again. McCarthy's going to be all alone in the backfield after sending a Donovan Edwards out wide. Here's McCarthy looking, throwing. That'll be caught. First down, Michigan, as it is Samaj Morgan with the catch. And great offense right there by Michigan. And really just, Alabama looks rattled on that defensive side. They don't look like they're playing with a lot of intensity here so far. And also, they just look rusty. This is not a good sign for the Alabama defense, because they just don't look like they are playing super inspired football. So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Here's the handoff to Donovan Edwards, getting outside, and he's got about 8 yards right there on that carry. To be about 2nd and 2 for Michigan. And again, it just looks like Alabama's defense is not wanting to show up here early, as Terrion Arnold had the stop right there. Michigan has 58 rush yards to 27 for Alabama so far in this game. 2nd and 2 for the Wolverines. Clock is ticked under a minute for this first quarter. Man in motion, it's Roman Wilson. Here's the handoff to Mullings, and he's got a first down for the Wolverines. And a flag. The first flag of the game. We'll see what that is going to be. First flag thrown tonight. So, this may be on Michigan, possibly. So we are just waiting as the refs are talking to each other. And it's going against the offense. So it is 2nd down after that. It is a personal foul, unnecessary roughness, as Bredesen for the Wolverines, just with just unnecessary roughness there. Max Bredesen with that late hit on Caleb Downs. The play was still live, so I guess it's just because Caleb Downs was still on the ground. So 2nd and 11 right here for McCarthy. He's going to take off and run, and he will be taken down after a gain of about 2 yards. Now you got 3rd and 9 for Michigan. Good defense right there by Alabama. 3rd and 9, as that was probably the final play of the first quarter. Michigan is lining up like they want to run another play. 3-2, and they're not going to get another play off. That is the end of the first quarter. What a game. As we're going to go to the second quarter, everybody. And It's going to be third down for this Michigan offense. So when we return, third down for Michigan. All right, we are back, and Michigan is short of the first down. Samaj Morgan gets thrown down by Kool-Aid McKinstry. 4th and 2 for the Wolverines. Nice throw over the middle. Terrion Arnold tried to stop the catch, but it's Kool-Aid McKinstry finally getting Morgan to the ground. So here is the punt for the Wolverines. Second of the game for Tommy Doman. There's the kick. It is away. And a fair catch by Caleb Downs for Alabama. So the Tide will be coming out. Cookie. Gotta say, this cookie's really good, folks. So here we go. It's Milroe and the Alabama offense. 14-11 to go in the second quarter. So, here we go. Milroe's got a running back to his right. Sends him in motion. Milroe looking to throw. Now a lot of pressure. He's taken down. And Barrett is in there to get Milroe down to the ground and just No, like the offensive line just breaks down right there, and just Milroe is taken down. And if you're Alabama, this is not a good way to start the game. And no one accounts for Barrett. And so Alabama struggling here early in this game. Here we go. Milroe all alone in the backfield. 2nd and 18. Milroe looking to throw. Pressure again. Taken down. And that is just crazy good defense right there by Michigan. And Alabama is just struggling. As Milroe, he just doesn't have a lot of time to throw the ball. And that offensive line is having a tough time dealing with that Michigan defense. 3rd and 23. Let's see what Alabama can possibly do right here. Clock is ticking. 12:45 to go. Here's Milroe. Gonna run it. Gonna take off, and he picks up maybe half of it back, but that's going to be 4th down for Alabama. And in a game where Alabama's offense has struggled, they had one good drive, and that was off of a muffed punt. And now Michigan will be able to get the football back and possibly add to their lead. And of course, Saban is not happy with his team so far in this game. So here we go, Burnip back out there. There's the punt, and a nice punt right there by Burnip, as there is the fair catch by Samaj Morgan for Michigan. And so here comes the Michigan offense that is now starting to look a lot better than what Alabama's offense has done so far in this game, I would say. So, got this cookie still. I'm going to finish eating. So, comment below what you think Alabama may do for Alabama's defense may do on this drive, and what Michigan's offense is going to do on this drive. So I'd like to see what you think. But so far, a little recap of what we've been seeing so far. Just a game where you're tied at 7. Alabama's offense had to have a muffed punt to be able to get in scoring position to be able to possibly even have a chance to score. Had it not been for that muffed punt, who knows? It would have been. It could be a very different game so far. But it's 7-7, and part of what I said earlier about it's going to be a defensive football game, and I wouldn't be shocked if it's 17-14. It's starting, like, the first few minutes of the game, it felt like it was going to be a barn burner. But now, these last few minutes, I mean, I'm being honest, I think this is still a defensive football game. So, we're going to see. And a lot of it, though, both defenses, just a lot of missed assignments that is going on. And so, interesting comment right there. Either way, we are awaiting the game to go back from commercial break. So, Here we go. As Michigan's offense should be coming back out. So here we go. As this right here, taking the snap, is a run play right here, but that is Alex Orji, the fourth string quarterback, getting a chance to come into the game. Little design run for Orji. 2nd down and 6 for Michigan. Of course, the Wolverines on the move at about the 33-yard line. McCarthy takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He's going to throw it deep and overshot his man. Overshot him. That, if you're an Alabama defender, that was a lucky miss. Terrion Arnold got right behind Cornelius Johnson. Johnson could have had a chance. But that pass was a little too high for Johnson. So now it's 3rd and 6 for the Wolverines. Here we go. Roman Wilson in motion for the Wolverines. Donovan Edwards is back there with McCarthy. McCarthy looking to throw. Going to throw it out wide and incomplete. Looking for Roman Wilson. Incomplete. Alabama gets a stop. It is 4th and 6, and Alabama's going to get the football back. And let's see what Alabama's offense could possibly do on this drive coming up as we still await this punt. So just not a great drive right there for Michigan, as Tommy Doman will come right back out for the Wolverines. And he's had 2 punts so far. He had a long of 37, as there is the punt right there for Doman. And that one will be a fair catch for Caleb Downs at about the 30-yard line. So now, Milroe and the Alabama offense will come back out. And it's going to be interesting because Milroe has struggled in this game here so far. So, and a lot of it has to do with he just does not have a lot of time to sit in the pocket and find anywhere to throw it. So what I would be looking for is Alabama. They need to go back to the run game. That is my opinion. I think they need to go back to the run game and find some way to just to establish the run game, because I feel like there's just been a lot of like trying to make Milroe drop back and pass here these last couple drives. I think for Alabama what they need to do is they need to simplify it for him and just be like, here, hand the ball off. Let's see what our running backs can do and get a little bit of momentum going for that Alabama side. I think that's what they need to do. And if you're Michigan, just keep doing what you're doing on defense, because you are rattling this Alabama offense all day. So, very interesting here so far that Alabama struggling a little bit on this offense. So, seven to 7 so far as we await the national broadcast to come back. Always takes them forever and ever before they ever come back. So, we will see. So, right now, let's go to a short commercial break and we'll be back. All right, everybody, welcome back to the action. 7 all so far. This Michigan defense has really gotten to this Alabama offense here early. Just not a lot going on for this Alabama offense that's positive, other than that 34-yard touchdown for Jace McClellan. And so, it's been a rough game for Jalen Milroe. He's been sacked 42 times this season. That is most by an Alabama quarterback in a while. So, Milroe got a man to his left in the backfield as his running back, and he'll hand it to him. That's Jace McClellan, who will get 3 or 4 yards right there. So, like I said, just go back to the run game and just give the team a little bit of confidence and just run the ball. Just say, hey, just take a breath. It's okay. Just run the ball. So 2nd and 7 now, McClellan after 3 yards. And so Tommy Rees has done a really good job, I think, this season of adapting to the players that he's been given. So Alabama's been 3 and out on 3 of their 4 drives so far tonight. So 2nd and 7 for Alabama. Milroe hands it off to McClellan, who's going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about 2 yards. So now you're going to have a 3rd and 9. This is most likely a throwing down for Alabama, and they've just really been struggling here so far tonight. And 3rd and 9. This is going to be interesting, folks, because, like I said, Alabama has gone 3 and out on every drive but the short field they were given off of the muffed punt. So Milroe's going to be all alone in the backfield. And now we have a timeout. Michigan is going to take a timeout right here. So, national broadcast, of course, is going to another commercial break, as they always do, trying to make us wait and see what happens. But, interesting game here so far. It's going to be interesting. What could we see with this play? Milroe, I'm going to be interested because Jalen Milroe has been rattled, I think, throughout most of this game. So I'm interested to see how he responds on this play right here. And so, very interesting. 7-7 is your score so far, as Alabama's got a 3rd and 9. If you're Alabama, you need to get this because you're in a dire situation right here, I think, because there's a possibility Michigan could go down and score, and that could really blow this game open if you are a Michigan fan. And so if you're an Alabama fan, you really want to get something going right here on this 3rd and 9. And so you can't be going 3 and out all game and expect to win the game. Gonna be interesting though. So it's been a fun one here so far though in Pasadena, California. Seven all. So, of course, right now they are still in commercial break. Such a long commercial break, folks. I'm telling you. Of course, we'll be here for Washington and Texas as well. So, going to be very interesting. as at halftime we will pull the bracket back up for you so that you can kind of get an idea of what the bracket looks like. So here we go. Alabama's got a 3rd and 9 from the 31-yard line. They need to get to the 40. Man in motion, it's Kendrick Law. Here's Jalen Milroe, designed run, trying to get around, and there is just nowhere to go for him. He's taken down right at the line of scrimmage, and it's Sanders still for Michigan. And again, a 3 and out for the Tide. This is not a good sign if you're Alabama. And Milroe, just not. That is just not great right there. Michigan definitely has done their homework. And here is James Burnip. 4th punt of the game for Burnip. And here's the punt. He sends that away. And that one as Morgan will let that bounce. And it's bouncing around in an Alabama favor. And so, here we go. 1st and 10 for this Michigan offense. And so, best win percentage as a starting quarterback, Michigan quarterback J.J. McCarthy is 25-1. That is 4th behind Jameis Winston, Chuck Ealy, and Jimmy Harris. So, he has done a great job for the Michigan Wolverines. So far in this game, he's 6 of 11, 46 yards and a touchdown. He's ran the ball 2 times himself for 9 yards. So here we go. McCarthy will hand it off to Blake Corum. Corum gets a few yards right there as this Alabama defense has really struggled so far in this game. 2nd down and a very short yardage to get if you are Michigan. 2nd and 2 for the Wolverines. And Michigan has just really, I think, dominated this game so far, other than that muffed punt and allowing the touchdown from Alabama. Total yards, Michigan's got 124 to 39 of Alabama. That is not cutting it. Here is another run for Corum. 1st down for the Wolverines. And so Alabama's offense hasn't done a lot, but then their defense as well is really struggling, folks. As Corum, just finds a lane and just goes through it. Blake Corum, nice run. And really, another 1st down for the Wolverines. They have 6 first downs. Alabama's got 2. 7 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. McCarthy's got Corum behind him. Hands it off. And that'll only be about 2 or 3 yards right there for Corum. And Corum will come off after that run. A nice run for him. So, of course, Corum has had a good game. I would say he's had a pretty good game so far. 2nd and 8 for the Wolverines. 6.5 minutes to go before halftime. Man in motion for Michigan. Here is McCarthy. Fakes the pitch. Now throw it over the middle. That's caught. And that is Colston Loveland with the catch for the Wolverines. 1st down. And Michigan is just driving down the field at ease. Just a great throw by J.J. McCarthy. Like a really good throw over the middle. Really nice throw. Puts it right where Loveland needed it. And so, great play right there. As here's the pitch back for McCarthy. And it's a throwback by Donovan Edwards. And now McCarthy going to throw it again. That'll be caught by Roman Wilson. What a play. And now McCarthy is hurt. And they're looking for a flag for a late hit on the quarterback. What a play. That was a very interesting play call right there. You got the pitch back to Donovan Edwards. He throws it back to J.J. McCarthy. And then they all forget about Roman Wilson on that defensive side for Alabama, and Roman Wilson just burns them right there. An incredible play, and they're looking for a late hit on Dallas Turner, which, to be honest with you, I don't think that's much. There's, good no call. As here's the run from Corum as he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. And so, a very incredible play right there, as McCarthy just had to. That was just a bad throw by Donovan Edwards, to be honest with you. And the fact McCarthy got rid of that is incredible. 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. Hand off to Edwards. And Edwards will be stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Good stop by Alabama. And so 3rd down and 10 to go, as here is a chance for Alabama's offense to get off the field. Their defense has been out there for a long time. Michigan's 0 of 4 on 3rd downs here so far today. McCarthy he's going to take the snap. Looking, going to throw. That's caught. 1st down, Michigan, and a lot more down the sideline. That is a touchdown. Michigan has taken the lead. Tyler Morris with a touchdown for the Wolverines, 38 yards, and he is in. And Alabama, their defense, has not looked good. And Michigan is just showing you why they are ranked number 1 in the country. Nice way for Morris to stay in bounds. And incredible way to get that touchdown. Stretching it over the goal line. Great touchdown for Morris. And Michigan has taken the lead. There's a reason why they were ranked number 1 in the country coming into this college football playoff. And it's a bad snap on the extra point. And that is going to be no points for anybody, as that was a bad snap. Wild snap right there by the long snapper. And now it's going to be 13-7 instead of 14-7. And that definitely is not what Michigan was wanting. But 13-7 here in this game. Let's take a commercial break and we'll be right back. Alright, everybody. Coming up at halftime, I will be here to talk about what I've seen so far in this game. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about Texas and Washington. And then, of course, we will, show you the bracket at halftime. See how things are looking. Of course, during this playoff, we showed the bracket during the pregame. We'll show it at halftime. And then, of course, in between games, we will show it again with the updated version of what is going on. course, we have a lot of football left to play here in Pasadena. And so anything can happen at this moment. So a lot of football still to be played. Alabama down 13-7. Like I said a minute ago, the extra point is no good. It was a bad snap by the long snapper for Michigan Wolverines. So we will see if that possibly could be a big missed point from Michigan. 13-7, 3:49 to go until halftime. So Alabama so far, defense has looked really rusty, just missing assignments. It's ridiculous to think about all the missed assignments Alabama's had so far, and it's only 13-7. Alabama and Saban, of course, is talking to his defense, but Alabama's defense has got to get going. But none other also, their offense has got to get going. Their defense has been out there a long time, too. So here we go. As here is a return on the kickoff by Kendrick Law, and he is going to be dropped at about the 15-yard line. And that was a big stop right there on that kick return. So now Alabama has a long way to go, and they have been struggling on offense all game long. As they show that touchdown once again. Incredible touchdown for them. So Saban very frustrated with his defense here today. It's only 13-7 though, which is crazy to think about. But here we go. Jalen Milroe's got his running back to his right. He fakes the handoff. Milroe running out to his right. Going to throw it. That'll be caught! But was he out of bounds? It's a catch. Isaiah Bond is right there for that catch. Incredible throw. That is probably what Milroe was needing the most. He finds his lucky man, Isaiah Bond. Nice throw from Jalen Milroe. And Isaiah Bond with the catch. Incredible throw. Clock is running. That, I believe, that may be the first completion for Jalen Milroe in this game. Here's the fake. Milroe looking to throw. Going deep. Down the field. And yeah, incomplete. He was looking for Jermaine Burton. That ball was thrown out of bounds, and Burton had no chance. Plus, good defense right there from Michigan. That is Johnson on the coverage. Burton never really had a chance for that ball. So, 2nd and 10 for Alabama. From the 45-yard line, Milroe sends Burton in motion. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff to McClellan. Now a throw out to Burton. And Burton will get out of bounds before. And that'll be about 7 yards, I believe. So it's going to be a 3rd down and short for Alabama. This is a pretty good drive if you're Alabama so far. 3rd and 4 for the Tide. They are 1 of 5 on 3rd downs here today. So 3rd and 4 for Alabama. Clock is ticking. 2.5 minutes before halftime. Calling out some signals. Got a man behind him. That is Jace McClellan. Here's the handoff. McClellan. 1st down, Alabama. And they are now cooking on offense here for at least a moment. They are. And a nice pickup from McClellan. And Milroe getting a little bit of confidence. So he must have had a talk on the sideline with one of his coaches. Getting a little bit more confidence coming. And so 1st and 10 for Alabama from about the 44-yard line. And we got 2 men in motion as now we got a flag. There's a flag on the field, so let's see what this is going to be. And it's a false start for Alabama. Seth McLaughlin with the false start, and that is not what Alabama needed. That's a 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15 for the Tide. Clock is moving. 1.5 minutes to go before halftime. Here we go. 2 men in the backfield with Milroe. Fakes the handoff. Milroe looking, throwing deep. Got a man and incomplete. He was looking for Kendrick Law. 2nd and 15 for Alabama. So they again tried to go deep. Nothing going down there. And that is the bread and butter of Jalen Milroe, is when in doubt, look for the deep shot. And it's just not been there. It just has not been there for Alabama here today. And really, Kendrick Law was having to be the defender on that play. 2nd and 15, 1 minute 16 to go before halftime. Michigan really has a lot of the momentum in this game, up 13-7. Milroe takes the snap. Looking to throw. Pressure. He's going to run with it. And he's got the first down. But he dropped the ball after he was down. He dropped the ball after being down. So now, 1 minute 7 to go. Clock stops so that they can reset the chains on that first down. Milroe, great awareness, knowing he doesn't have anywhere to go with the ball. Just tuck it and run. Get the first down. Great job by Milroe. Here's the pass. Looking. That'll be caught. That's Amari Nyblack. And that was a good gain right there. It'll be 2nd down for Nyblack. Second and 5 for Alabama, as right now, clock is stopped. Alabama calls their first timeout of the half. As Alabama, fun start to this game so far. 13-7, Michigan with the lead. As we are nearing halftime, Alabama's driving, trying to score. Also, don't forget, Alabama does start with the football in the second half. So, if they can score here and then possibly score to open the second half, that will be a huge momentum swing for Alabama. So, 2nd and 5, 49 seconds to go before halftime in what has been a fun Rose Bowl so far. Michigan, although, has been the more dominant team so far in this game. Alabama has made enough plays on defense here in this first half to keep themselves in this game. 13-7 is your score right now with 49 seconds to go before halftime. Milroe throwing. That's Isaiah Bond. He'll be dropped after a gain of about a yard or two. And the clock continues to move. 3rd down. Kind of shocked Alabama has not decided to call a timeout here. It's 3rd down and 3 to go. Here is Milroe. Takes the snap. Looking to throw. Got pressure and taken down. 23 seconds to go in the second quarter. 4th and 11. And just not a good play right there, as it looks like Saban may just wait and call timeout and just get a field goal here. But Milroe never sees any of this pressure coming for him, and it's more with the sack. And this is just great defense from Michigan here so far. As there is a stoppage in play with 8 seconds. So, okay, Michigan took their second timeout. So Alabama most likely will send Will Reichard out and see if they can add 3 points to the scoreboard. Down 13-7. Going to try most likely to make it 13-10. And Michigan they've played a great game here so far. So 4th and 10 actually. 14 seconds to go actually. They've adjusted that. So Will Reichard will come out. He's the SEC Special Teams Player of the Year. This is a 50-yard attempt. 50 yards. Here's a snap. Reichard. It is up. It is good. Alabama has cut the lead to 3. It is 13-10 right here before halftime. There's still 7 seconds, so there's still time for Michigan to go down and get some kind of points for themselves if they want to, but they may just opt to just take a knee and go to halftime, most likely. But we will see. But 13-10 in the favor of Michigan. Alabama, like I said, will get the ball to start the second half, and Milroe just a lack of, he just looks like he's been rattled, and so gonna see if they will work with him on that. As here's a kickoff from Reichard, and that one will go for a touchback. 7 seconds until halftime. So 13-10. Michigan with the lead, and 7 seconds to go. Most likely they'll come out, take a knee, and go to the break, as that is what they're going to do. McCarthy takes the snap, and there is the knee. We are going to halftime, everyone. It is 13-10 Michigan, and still a lot of football to be played. Alabama gets the second half kickoff, and Michigan has been the better team this half. That's all I can say. So, we'll go to commercial break, and then the halftime show will begin.